Hey, what's up YouTube? Benny here and welcome back to episode 3 of the VFL My Pro series. In this episode we're going to be back on track with the league games after in episode 2 we covered the FA Cup round of 32 game against Manchester City, which we did win 3-0. This episode features some big games which will directly affect the title race, so let's have a look at those games. Game week 2 has some big games in it, as I just mentioned. West Ham United, top of the league at this point. They were joint leaders with us, as they were with Southampton, who in game 2 of game week 2 managed to beat the boys 2-1. I wasn't available for that game due to the fact that I didn't make it home in time from work. Very unlucky. Big respect for Southampton. I know they're a top team, so it was always going to be difficult. 3, 4 and 5 are Ipswich, Liverpool and my old team Newcastle, as we get straight into the West Ham United game. And this was a big game at the top of the table. West Ham set up a brilliant wall of defence, and this clip just shows it as JB plays it into Torpid, trying to do something with it. And look how many West Ham players are out in the box, just swarmed around our players. And creatively in the midfield we struggled. I couldn't get control of the ball, Torpid couldn't get the ball, JB was getting isolated out wide. You know, West Ham really did play well and they pressured well, as Greedy missed, has a shot from quite far out. Prazo not getting troubled there, and we're going to go into the end of the first half. Nothing really happened in the first half. It was like a boxing match, you know, in round 1 where each boxer's feeling each other out, but West Ham do get the breakthrough as the ball is whipped in there from the left hand side and Suso gets an easy finish. The ball struggling to get rid of the ball there with Lee in the middle. It kept bouncing off him and West Ham take full advantage of that. It's a great ball, to be fair, and an easy tap in, and it didn't get much better for us straight into the second half. West Ham with a kick-off tactic here. One of our full-backs just didn't track the man as the centre-back hoofs it up towards Suso, who got the goal, looking to get an assist, but Bav somehow puts that one wide from literally 4 yards out. We tried to get back into the game here. Shifty sets up Murphy for the volley and it just goes wide, going into the 56th minute now. Again, Lee can't get control of the ball, comes off his foot. Bav, and he wasn't really going anywhere, and as a midfielder I don't think it's fair for me to start saying, you know, how to defend and whatnot, but you should know you shouldn't press B anywhere near the box, as FIFA will give the penalty to the attacking team pretty much 9 times out of 10. The keeper did manage to save it though, but Mark puts it away, and we found ourselves 2-0 down, staring defeat in the face, looking to get straight back into the game though from kickoff. A lovely little bit of play here, nice little A pass in as Torpid finds myself, and as you can see the power bar went up, but my guy, instead of hitting it, decides to take some nasty touch. And this little clip here just sums up this game. Watch this.
Oh.
It's not even gave it. What the hell's happened here?
This game is so
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself, mate. We didn't perform. The game was full of like little bugs and animations, but hey, West Ham, not taking anything away from West Ham. They completely deserved the win, and I wish them all the best for the Premier League season ahead. Prazo there with a good save at the end. And there's a confirmation of our 2-0 loss going into that second game. As mentioned before, Southampton did manage to beat the boys 2-1, so we're going to jump towards another disappointing game against Ipswich, who I do believe were mid-table. And this was a Champions League night. None of our players were really up for it. Most of us were watching the Champions League final, streaming it whilst playing, as Gilbo cuts inside there, and it's a silly penalty to give away, as we just gave a silly penalty away against West Ham. It's another silly penalty against Ipswich. Like I was saying, most of the players weren't really concentrating on this game. Most of them were watching the Champions League final. It's no excuse, but it really did affect our game, as the goalkeeper manages to save it and it does go off the crossbar and in. Again, unlucky there. Another animation going against us. We did put a few chances together though, despite our lackadaisical approach to this game. Shifty going for the spectacular. Just goes over as Cobby kicks it out. It's a weak kick, and the header's won in midfield. And as you can see, our fullback was playing Gilbo online. Not going to take anything away. It's a great finish there from Gilbo, to be fair, but as you'll see from the replay, one of our fullbacks was probably watching the Champions League final, as he's so deep, playing Gilbo one side, and he rifles it into the top corner. Found ourselves 2-0 down, staring yet another defeat in the face as we try to get a bit of pride back in with a goal, but it just doesn't happen. It's blocked there from the defender. As we go into the 78th minute, again Ipswich coming forward, and it's played into Gilbo, who chips the ball across on the volley, and it's a good save by Cobby, trying to keep the goal difference as good as possible, because Ipswich were taking us to town here. Gilbo plays it across, and it's a shot. The goalkeeper dives forward. He can't keep that one out, and we found ourselves 3-0 down, -3 goal difference. Conceded a lot of goals in those 3 games. 2 goals against Southampton, 2 against West Ham, and 3 against Ipswich. We really needed to get some points if we were ever going to keep in those Super Cup spots. We really did need to get some points back against Liverpool, the VFL Merseyside derby. And this game was much better from us as we attacked straight from the kickoff. After that Ipswich game, we were pissed off as I take a shot there, and it's blocked again. As with the West Ham game in the first episode, I did press B, but my guy just didn't want to shoot. And Liverpool come forward. Their first attack of the game results in a goal for them. It's flicked on by their striker. Little flick off his afro, and I think that's Rooney gets high there with a little pirouette turn, and he's got an open goal, and there's no chance he's going to miss that. We found ourselves 1-0 down again. But in the 32nd minute, I get fouled, nothing given. JB plays it into Murphy. Murphy with the scoop turn plays it back to the edge of the box. I take a shot, and it just goes wide. Agonisingly close there as we try to look for this equaliser. Ball in from Torpid towards Murphy. Goes for the lovely chip. Goalkeeper was buried. Defender was on his ass in the net. Very unlucky. Great effort from Murphy though, and he has another chance here as he takes the shot, and he's blocked off there by the Liverpool centre-back, resulting in a penalty kick. We'll just have a look at the replay here. Murphy one-on-one. Goes to swing it with his left foot. Makes contact with the defender and bundles to the floor to get a penalty. But it is saved though. And we still found ourselves 1-0 down going into half-time. We really needed something, and it came in the 49th minute. Header there from the Liverpool centre-back. Good defensive header as it comes for a Benny special. No, it's blocked. But Shifty there doing what he's in the team for. Pouncing on those rebounds. Taps it in. Open goal. It wasn't really an open goal, but it was an easy chance. 1-1, but Liverpool came straight back at us with this throw-in. Goalkeeper comes out. And again, it's poor defending. Goals just getting conceded left, right and centre. 2-1 down against Liverpool, and we really needed to bounce back from this. We could not lose another game because our season effectively would have been completely over, and this is where the game heated up. Goals coming from both teams as we managed to get the equaliser through JB's lovely bit of close control on the left hand side. Plays it across to Murphy, who gets an easy tap, and JB there creating the goal. Loads of defenders around him, and Murphy peeling off, finding space in the box. Good work there from the attackers. Murphy again creating this goal with our free kick tactic. Just drill it across goal and see what happens. And that is what happened. Shifty with an easy goal there. 3-2 up in the 67th minute. There's the replay. Drilled in, power free kick, and Shifty's on hand to tap it in. But Liverpool weren't done there. As I mentioned just a moment ago, the goals were flying in from both teams. The game heated up, and it's a great finish as Rooney gets high, gets his second of the game. Keeper might have done better as that touch there created a bit of space for him. Keeper could have done better diving across his goal, but not going to take anything away from the finish. 3-3 as we go into the last passage of play and the last highlight of the game. Murphy there, unlucky. It's a good save from the keeper. Torpid whips it in though. JB gets in front of his man and heads it home for a 4-3 scoreline and a 4-3 result. We did manage to hold out for the last 5 minutes and secure our first 3 points of the game week. We did need as many points as possible against Liverpool and the next game, which will be against Newcastle. There's a confirmation of the 4-3 victory. Yeah, Newcastle were our next opponents. We really did need 6 points from Liverpool and Newcastle to even think about staying in the Super Cup spots. And Newcastle for me is a bit of a sentimental game. It's where I started VFL, but all the way back in season 9, got picked up as a free agent. These lads gave me my chance, you know, to play on VFL. I'm very thankful for that. But I had a job to do, and JB had a job to do as he feeds in Murphy here. 1-0 up within the first 20 minutes. And another thing to mention is this game was pretty stale in terms of chances. There's not going to be a lot of highlights to show you from this game, apart from a few goals. Like you can see on the screen now, there's the goal, Murphy tapping it in, but Newcastle do come forward. Ben with the default plays it over to Callum, and it's a good save from our goalkeeper, who did actually lag out, so we had to play the remainder of the game with a default goalkeeper. Newcastle looking to take advantage of that with Callum 17's header. Again, the default pulls up a good save, and as you can see in game chat, my microphone was going. I was telling the boys what Newcastle were going to do with that chipped free kick over the wall. But another good save from the default goalkeeper. Newcastle could easily have been in this game 1-1, maybe even 2-1 to them, but we do kill them off here with a lovely bit of play. And another tap-in. Scored a lot of tap-ins in the last 2 games, but it doesn't matter because it's been all from good build-up play. Coming in from the right-hand side, I started it off, torpid to Murphy, and he plays it across to Shifty. Confirmation there of the 2-0 win. Like I said, not a lot of highlights to show you from this game, but we did go out there and secure our 6th point out of a possible 15. Very disappointing game week as we take a look at the results once again. That 2-0 loss against West Ham, that 2-1 loss against Southampton, and that 3-0 loss against Ipswich, pretty much destroying our title hopes. 2 wins against Liverpool and Newcastle though put us back on track for a Super Cup position. As we take a look at the league table, West Ham out in front there in first, unbeaten. Southampton in second. Crystal Palace struggled as well with 2 losses in their game week. They find themselves in third, a bit off the pace now. Aston Villa creeping up the table in 4th. Huddersfield in 5th, taking that last Super Cup spot, which Everton will be trying to take from them. We still have Huddersfield to play as well, so that could be an interesting game. And Stoke City making up the Europa Cup spot. That is going to bring an end to the episode, boys, though. If you did enjoy it, remember to hit that like button, comment on what you think of the results, subscribe if you are new, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Here's the outro.